Alright, so this is the last time we're gonna see these incandescent headlights on this truck. I can't wait to just get it all matched up, 6,000 Kelvin, cool white LED lights everywhere, and it's gonna look awesome. Ray's trying to bomb my video here. So today we're doing a fun project. I'm gonna be putting in LEDs in the headlights, parking lights, etc. of this truck to make everything 6,000 Kelvin white LED to match. It's gonna look awesome. It's gonna be super bright. Hopefully improve the drivability at night and all that as well. But it's something I wanted to do for a long time and kind of have procrastinated it and put it off for a long time. So it's about time. I got everything ordered. Hopefully it comes in the mail today like it says it should, and we can get rocking on this. First thing first, we have to drive back to my shop because I forgot to bring home the hole saw kit yesterday, and we're probably going to need that for some of the LED lights we're installing. Had to get my Dunkin'. But you know it's a bad thing when your truck is so loud, you have to turn it off in the drive-thru just so you can place your order. Ooh. So it's turning into a really beautiful day, and we're gonna get started on some of this lighting here. Let's go ahead and pop this hood open and see what we're working with. So these headlights are pretty simple actually. You get to just pop this little guy up here, pull it out, just like that. And then pulls out just like this. You can go ahead and disconnect these guys. Take these lights out. So it's time to clean the hazy headlights up here. Rather than buy new ones, I'm just gonna use what I've done before. The headlight lens restorer kit by Turtle Wax. It works really well. It's basically wet sanding. It comes with all the pads in here, some like wet spray compound, and also the lens clarifying compound, which is basically just a polish. Lastly, there's a little wipe in here that you wipe over the lens, and it basically is a clear coat sealing solution, so it should keep it clear for about a year or more. And yeah, let's get started. So the idea behind this kit is that it gives you that clarifying compound, and you can try and polish the headlight. If it clears it up, then you're good to go, and you can go to putting the final clear coat process on it. If it doesn't work, then you go to the wet sanding process and you start with your pad number 1, work to pad number 2, 3, 4, all the way through to a finer grit sandpaper. Until then, you can then polish it finally, and it should be even more clear. But we're gonna try the first technique first by I just cleaned it off, and now I'm just gonna put the compound on and see if it polishes up nice and shiny. Okay, great news is that all I had to do was apply the clarifying compound. It was really just mostly surface dirt, and it wasn't actually like haze or sun damage or a lot of scratching to the front of the headlight assembly. So this cleared up a bunch, and now all I have to do is put on the last clear coat sealer, and it should be good to go. So you can check out the difference here. This one has been buffed and polished. This one has not. So not really too bad, but it definitely is hazy, and this one is pretty clear. I just applied the sealant to both lenses there, so we're gonna let that dry, and in the meantime, let's go over some unboxing here and get our LED bulbs ready. Okay, so first up, for high beam and low beam, I've got aux beams here. These have probably the best reputation for like cheaper cooled LED lights assemblies. So they make it like a kit, so it's fairly simple to install. Plug and play. Let's take a look in here. These are the F16 editions. And then for my turn signals, I'm going to try these Bokeh switchback, so they'll go from white to amber, switchback LEDs. These will be for the fog lights. These are just running lights, parking lights. And then I've got side marker lights in here. And resistors, so I don't have the hyper flash issue. So let's jump into it. As you can see, out with the old, in with the new. So I will warn you, the little O-ring right here on these old lights is a little thinner than on the new LED lights. So for some of these, you either have to take the O-ring off the old one and fit it to the new one and swap them, or just simply put a little bit of dielectric or something around it. You might have to exert quite a bit of pressure on the new O-rings if you decide to keep them on there when you're pushing them to twist and lock it in. So we got our switchback turn signal in there, and we're just going to pop this little 194 replacement bulb into there. We're going to see how it looks with the hyper flash, and then we might try and add the resistors in here. See how it looks. Yep, hyper flashing, but they're both working. So it's flashing orange while it's indicating, or amber, excuse me, and then when you turn it off, it goes back to white. Great, so the resistors went in. You go from the turn signal wire, one side of the resistor, come out of the resistor to the ground wire. You just gotta do a quick light test to find out which is which, and you're good to go. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the lights on, and my indicator's going, not hyper flashing. Okay, so finally, we're getting to do the headlights, the high and low beams. I got the whole parking light turn signal, marker light, all that done, all the resistors wired up. So they're good to go, and I'm gonna get these beautiful aux beams hooked up. So I've got them all clipped up here, and we're gonna see how well they fit in here, and if they'll clear the space between the back of this headlight assembly and this plastic area here. I know some people have had to cut holes or adapt to the issue of this hitting the back of these cooling fans. So let's see how that works out. Alright guys, so even with these slim fans, you still need to take a little bit out of this back plastic here. I'm just using a Milwaukee hole saw, and I'm just going to drill a quick hole lined up for either one, and it should pop in just like this side. So almost there. The final piece of this whole headlight LED install is this, the Fleece Performance GM all lights on chip. Looks like Dad got the Cummins out working today. So all we're doing is removing these 3 relays right here, installing the chip, dropping these back on, and just make sure they're seated in here correctly. Pop that back on there. So theoretically all lights should be staying on now. Oh yeah, looks like it's working. I'm excited. Finally got this done. I've been wanting to do it for such a long time. Check it out. So guys, that's basically a wrap for this video. I'll do more updates, but primarily I'm gonna try and get a video of this tonight, nice and dark, so we can get an idea of exactly how bright these lights are. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe, comment if you have any questions, and I'll see you in the next one.